Welcome back to another episode of the 89 Garage. Today we're going to be working on my Toyota again. Alright, as I said, we're going to be working on the Toyota. And what we got going on today is something that is not quite a problem yet, but I can hear it starting to be a problem. What it's doing is when I get home from work or, long drive, when I shut the motor off, I can hear the cooling fan coming to a stop. And it's fairly obvious that the bearings are not sounding so hot. If I spin it right now, when the radiator, engine, motor, whatever you want to call it, is not hot right now, it does not make any noise. However, when it gets warm, it does. So today we're gonna just replace the motor on it. I'm gonna be using this one here. It's an Amazon unit, TYC. I've used TYC, other TYC stuff. It's been around the block, this box has. But this is a brand spanking new motor. We're going to throw it on. We're going to have to take out this whole radiator fan assembly. And you can tell the bees are in love with this thing this morning. But to get this out, we're going to have to remove this overflow hose. And there's a little Christmas tree that plugs into the side there we're gonna have to undo, and also, let's see, down right there we got to undo that harness. It's a 2-wire motor. So my plan is to pull this, plug it with a bolt or something. Hopefully nothing leaks out of that. If so, I'll have to cap it off with something. We'll see. Yeah. And then obviously undo the harness. And then I don't think there's even any bolts to hold this in there. I think that it's just, you just do that and it comes out. There's one there and another one right there. And I believe that once all that is unhooked, we can kind of slide this that way, here, and out. All right, let's get going. Brought a couple different size bolts here, and that's a little too small. And that's about right. All right, now let's remove this. We're gonna try a long screwdriver to push that tab in. Okay, got that one. Oh, that's sweet. We just kind of sort of broke it. We might be gluing that back down here in a minute. See, I can push this down, but I don't think that's the right direction. There it is. Yeah, I don't know what yeah, that's not moving at all. So all I did was push this down like that while I'm right here and it's in the frame. There we go. Okay. Now that's free. I think we got to lift up and then slide it to the side to get it out. If
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Looks like I'm going to take this upper radiator hose off here real quick. There we go. Okay. Get me some pinchers for that. Alright, we're going to pinch this thing down here to try and minimize leaks. Hopefully, I can make this clear now. Alright, sweet. Freak. Alright, here it is out. Flip this here. What the heck do I need? Looks like an 8mm holds this on. Now let's be real quiet here and see if we can make any noise. Of course not. Alright, my first guess was 8. Oh wow. Yeah, I was right. Sweet. Reverse. Okay. Okay. All right, this is going to be a chore. Good heavens. Oh. Well. Bam! Now I know why everybody's buying brand new fan assemblies. Piece of plastic just broke. Alright, I guess I'm buying a whole damn assembly. Nice. Yeah, you listen to that, you can hear it. There's crunchies in there. So I guess I'm buying a whole damn assembly. Those screws ain't coming out without breaking stuff.
Later that same evening.
Okay, I think I'm going to cancel the new one because I got this thing apart. I'm going to show you what I wound up doing here. So I got out the old Dremel here. I cut some slots into these. One of these screws is missing, but I don't know where the heck it went. I was going to show you all of them. Two of them I got out with just a flathead. The other one I had to make into a Phillips to make it work. And then when I had it apart, I realized that these here are just inserts. They're just sitting in there. So I decided that if I were to get some washers, just cover those things up, we're going to be, that's the big one that I got. I'm gonna put an extra bigger one on the one that broke through, but the ones that didn't, I'm just gonna put this other size on there and it'll be fine. Oh, and I got some real actual bolts this time that take an 8mm socket. So yeah, I think we're gonna be a lot happier. At least I am anyway. This here is going to sit like this down in here, and those screws will come through the back side, which means this is gonna be somewhat funky. I'll probably just start them. Okay, well, let's see if I can get it. I might be just putting regular washer on there anyway. Yeah, I think this other washer I bought is too big, so. Okay. Alright, so there we are. Yeah, that thing ain't going anywhere now. Sweet. Alright, now we can lay this thing down here. And this newer motor came with some spacers. And I don't think we're going to need them, but we'll put this on and spin it. That straight so it's easier. Line. Okay, looks like we do need some kind of spacer here. That feels better. And I assume that's supposed to go here. Yeah. All right. Freaking A. I'm not all that worried about that right there. In fact, all I'm going to do, you guys just be a little more careful than I was with that thing. But I'm just going to throw a little RTV right there. This is not that critical. There's another spot right by it that it is held on. I mean, it's like, I don't know, a couple inches away. So hopefully that brings a little more light in there for you. I can see fine, but I'm just trying to help you guys out. So we're going to go ahead and slide that puppy back in here. All right, it seems that we had to go like this and twist, if I remember correctly. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, come on. All right, so if you look, let's see, look down there, we have a couple of spots in the radiator that this thing sits in. And that's what the bottom sits in, and then we obviously clamp it in again right here. Come on, move. It's got to move over just a skosh here still. There we go. All right, it fell into place. Push it back, just straight back, like so. But we're gonna take this now, release that, put this back on like so. Come on, filler. Got it. Perfect. All right, now we're supposed to have this on top. Now let's get ourselves down into here. Put that straight on there. So I think all the rest we got to do is top this thing off. I'm using universal antifreeze. It is green. What you have is probably pink. I use this on almost everything. I don't use it on my truck or my Mustangs. I use it on everything else. This bottle says O'Reilly's on it, but it is Prestone. And it is, I did mix it myself. Huh. Isn't that nice? I know I freaking used up more than that. I'm gonna have to start it. This overflow got quite depleted. Dumping this in there is causing bubbles. Just going to show you this. All vehicles, makes, models, and years. So this is what I use when I can't get the Valvoline. I'm more of a Valvoline guy. I'll have an upcoming video of putting that in my truck because I got to change it in my truck, but that is my favorite antifreeze. So we can try and get the pump or the fan going. I'll top this off tomorrow. Holy crap! That fan is on. I had no idea. That's way quieter. That sounds the same, but low. I got a puddle of antifreeze down there too. I'm gonna have to get out of there. We'll worry about that tomorrow.
One pair of pants later.
Just got home from taking it for a spin, and we are just a skosh. We're sitting about right here, and the level's supposed to be there. I don't know if you guys can see that all right or not. We're about, I don't know, an inch too tall, inch too much. I don't care. Our intake tube that was just kind of hanging here anyway, there's a little hole down here that it goes in, and then it's actually supposed to wedge in between that right there. It's supposed to push in, so that basically keeps you from, this is going to be hot, that's fine, but it basically keeps you from sucking in water from down below. Don't know how effective it is, but basically you get it down here, then line it up, and it just slides straight in. And I'll bring you back down here and show you. It goes down and the presses in right there, and then it holds in right there. That job's complete. All right, I'm gonna go in, go to bed. And this video is wrapped up now. I will put a link to the entire fan assembly in the description, and also the fan motor. Do whichever one you wish to do. Probably would have been a lot better if I would have just ordered the whole assembly to begin with. But I really hate it when that car is down. That is literally how I make my money. That's how I go to work. That's how I go get parts, everything. That's it. So I really wanted to have a backup. I got stuff I got to do tomorrow on other people's cars. Other than that, I'm done. Peace.